A mysterious post sparked the rumors, but the ensuing maelstrom has rocked the entertainment industry to its foundation. After supporting Jim Jones for almost 20 years, Chrissy Lampkin has finally made her decision. Jim has been left not only surprised but also broken by the outcome. Caught off guard in front of millions of people, with his entire career on the line. This isn't simply another hip-hop and love narrative. The breaking point is here. Everything we believe to be true about their love story is being torn apart by this explosive news. Imagine it. Grainy footage, angry phone calls, and anonymous leaks on Twitter interrupt late-night studio sessions. Appearing from burner accounts, and friends suddenly become adversaries. There are receipts everywhere, contracts that no one was supposed to view, whispered phone records, and leaked texts. And all of them hint to betrayal that is so profound that it is impossible to write. The fact that Chrissy has finally chosen herself has fans yelling. Insiders, however, claim that the truth is more nuanced. Love wasn't the only factor in her choice. It was a matter of survival. And Jim Jones, the rapper from Harlem who based his reputation on loyalty, ride-die romanticism, and K-money. With the internet exploding, it has been left in disarray. In shock, but that's only the tip of the iceberg. Celebrities are contributing behind the scenes with mysterious posts. An insider claims that the last twist is still to come, and hashtags are turning into full-fledged conflicts. For Chrissy's decision exposes an enterprise based on not simply a relationship but also delusion. And lives, careers, and reputations will never be the same after the last receipts fall. The internet believed it had witnessed every scandal that hip-hop and love could produce. However, nothing, not even years of turmoil, rumors of infidelity, and cliffhanger suggestions prepared viewers for the Chrissy Layman ultimately made a decision that rocked the world. She supported Jim Jones despite unfulfilled promises, protracted delays, and public humiliation for almost 20 years. She protected their relationship, enhanced his reputation, and held on to the notion that one day loyalty might be sufficient. However, she tore the illusion apart in a single violent night. Separate. Jim Jones was shocked, caught off guard, embarrassed, and exposed in front of millions of people when Chrissy made her decision. It began with a live performance that lacked a clear plot. Chrissy is seated in the corner of a dark room with her mascara streaked and her eyes inflamed. But there are no cameras, producers, or filters there. Fierce, her voice was shrill and shaking as she murmured, "I've been silent for too long. I need you to hear it from me, not from them. When I make my decision tonight," her live count soared in a matter of seconds. Tens of thousands of people watched, and the comments came in so quickly that hazy, there was stillness when fans pleaded, "What choice? Is this about Jim? Sis, don't play with us." Live froze. The feed stopped working, and after a few minutes, unsteady videos surfaced on Twitter. Chrissy's voice was captured on one tape very clear. "It's finished. I am no longer able to do this." It only required that Twitter took off. Edits on TikTok impact millions of sites at night. Instagram pages with titles like "Chrissy finally speaks" plastered her face everywhere. However, the subsequent leaks were unexpected. Hours later, a burner account appeared, revealing purported texts exchanged between Jim and a producer on VH1. One stated, "She's not leaving. Trust me, she's addicted to the game." Another said, "If she walks, the whole storyline collapses." Fans were frozen. Was their relationship a contract in its entirety? A crafted illusion intended to keep the cameras moving? It was a shocking betrayal. Timelines were inundated with angry fans. She was utilized for ratings by this dude. He played with her life like a plot point while she waited 20 years for a ring. A field day was had by meme accounts. Jim was seen clutching cue cards that said "plot twist in one." A different person made fun of Chrissy's well-known proposal by writing, "She proposed to him, but he proposed to the producers." Then, there was a muffled sound of what appeared to be Jim's voice on the laughing on the phone with a pal. "She had been looking for a ring for 20 years. I'll never give her one. Do you think?" Like wildfire, the video went viral. Fans who had previously supported Jim stopped talking. There was no denying the harshness and the haughtiness. Intolerable. Celebrities fanned the flames by jumping in. "Who? Men will squander your time and smile about it. 20 years. Nah," tweeted Tamar Braxton. Cardi B went live, shaking her head. Even Nicki Minaj liked a fan post that said, "Chrissy deserves the world, not a storyline." Sometimes loyalty turns become a prison, but she ultimately broke free. Jim shared a video from the studio in an attempt to defend himself. Music blaring, smoke whirling. "Do you think fake news is too simple? Chrissy and I have always been solid. Don't get it twisted." However, the comments tore him to pieces. "We heard your Chrissy returned with her most devastating post to yet. A picture of her naked hand." Capo's attempt to downplay the storm only made it worse. "We saw the texts. Stop gaslighting us. Just 2 words. My choice." With no ring or caption. "Yes, Queen, it's finally free. He played you long enough." The post received 1 million likes in a matter of minutes, and fans filled the comments section. It appeared like the entire internet came together in support of Queen. However, hours later, another burner post surfaced, featuring a hazy picture of a USB drive with the phrase, The truth drops at midnight. Fans went crazy, and threads went viral. Insiders speculated that the real story hadn't even been revealed yet. What contracts? What calls? Was this evidence of planned disputes, staged proposals, or perhaps staged heartbreak? Reaction channels prepared emergency live streams, meme accounts, and scheduled postings. The content went viral, analyzing every potential interpretation. The countdown started, and fans worldwide stayed tuned as hashtags like #Chrissy Speaks, #JimSposed, and #The Choice filled Twitter as everyone waited for midnight, the moment that would alter everything, like it was election night. The tension was electrifying, intolerable, and as the clock struck 12, the drop occurred. Screenshots, voice notes, and call recordings were among the files that hit the internet, spreading more quickly than anyone could control. They were awake, phones in hand, and their feeds were refreshed every second, the type of proof that was impossible to ignore, spin, or deny. The first file was a taped conversation between Jim and his manager, in which he said in a calm but furious voice, "If Chrissy walks, let her. We might spin it by claiming that she is unstable." The second file hit harder. Another audio clip. "Say she wanted out. The fans will eat it up." Gasps echoed across time. He wasn't just prepared for her leaving. He was plotting her downfall in real time. Clip. Jim's arrogant voice said, "She doesn't know the half of what I've done, and she never will." The fans erupted in anger as reaction channels screamed into their webcams about manipulation, gaslighting, and control. The final leak of the evening was an email purportedly sent between Jim and a producer. TikTok edits combined Chrissy's live tears with Jim's icy laughter to create viral sounds that reached millions of people. Twitter threads read like investigation reports, breaking down every syllable and every pause. "Next season, the body," was the subject line. Fans shattered. The treachery was too great, too harsh, too humiliating. By dawn, Jim's reputation was in shambles. "Don't worry," she cries. "Stay put," she always does. One more burner post featured a mysterious tweet with a grainy photo of Chrissy at dinner, but not by herself. Chrissy's name went viral, and she was hailed as the woman who at last chose peace over illusion. The caption said, "Her new beginning starts now," and the image showed a man sitting opposite from her, his face blurred but obviously not Jim's. The fanbase cried out, was this Chrissy's real decision all along? Or was she already moving on? Who was this mysterious man? The picture of Chrissy at dinner with the blur-faced man went viral, causing fans to rush timelines with thoughts about whether this was her new partner or if it was only a business dinner. The cliffhanger broke the internet, and suddenly everyone saw that the true tale hadn't even begun yet. Was this always the decision? Within minutes, hashtags like #Chrissy moves on and #Jim left, stunned, went viral across the world, with some applauding her purported globe and others accusing her of treachery. However, one thing was certain. At 2 a.m., the burner account uploaded again. This time, a 2-minute audio. TikTok edits were overlaying the soundtrack with pictures of Chrissy crying during previous episodes. Fans cried betrayal. Some swore the woman looked like Brooke Bailey. Some conjectured it was simply a casual connection, but the optics wrecked whatever it was. The video showed Jim walking hand in hand with a woman who was certainly not Chrissy. Twitter went furious after Jim's defense. She remained faithful for 20 years while he messed around like this, humiliating her on national television and continuing to cheat. Meme pages were posted alongside Chrissy's proposal from years ago and the move. You don't waste 20 years of someone's life and then get caught in a hotel. Cardi B retweeted a meme with the caption, "Men are going to embarrass you every chance they get." Tamar Braxton went live outraged when celebrities poured petrol on the fire in a grainy hotel tape. Jim yelled, "Capo ain't capo no more. Clown shoes." Even 50 Cent, who is known for trolling, joined in with a vicious post. Hours later, he went live, pacing back and forth with his voice up. "Do you guys believe anything these phony accounts say?" As he raged, viewers spotted something damning. The tattoo on the man's forearm in the video exactly matched Jim's. "That hotel video? That ain't even me, man. Y'all crazy. Stop dragging me." Spammed the comments, "Same tattoo. Jim, stop lying. We see it." Busted. His denial broke down in real time, making his life into yet more humiliation. Meanwhile, Prey redoubled her efforts to remain silent, but not before posting a plain black screen with "Freedom tastes sweet," they said. The internet exploded once more at 5 p.m. with some fans applauding her bravery and others speculating that she was about to spill the beans. Screenshots of purported emails between Jim and a business associate with the subject line, "The Chrissy problem and the body she's threatening to walk," were recovered from the burner account. "Make it seem like she's unstable if she departs. Tell the producers that she can be replaced." The ruthlessness of the remarks chilled the fanbase. Was Jim truly planning her demise behind the scenes, or was every instance of her heartache only a publicity stunt? Fans rebelled, and online petitions demanded that VH1 sever its relationship with him. In just a few hours, protest hashtags like #CancelJim and #DefendChrissy amassed hundreds of thousands of tweets. and even non-fans joined in, appalled by the purported evidence of manipulation. However, just when fans thought things couldn't get any worse, a terrifying 30-second video leaked, showing Chrissy sitting. "I gave him everything and he gave me nothing," they whispered, sobbing at a table. Off camera, a man's harsh, low voice mumbled, "You knew what this was. Who filmed it?" gasped the fans. What was causing her to cry? Was that, too? Jim's voice, brushing off her suffering. "We see you, Chrissy. We believe you. No woman deserves this humiliation," fans yelled on her social media accounts as reaction channels went live. Meanwhile, sources murmured that whether it was true or not, the rumor alone rocked Jim's world, and it showed. Chrissy had already filed separation papers, and gossip blogs said her lawyer was getting ready to go public, dividing assets, cutting connections, and seeking her independence. That evening, Jim shared a frantic Instagram story. "We've always been steady, so don't believe the falsehoods." Astute admirers saw that the picture was months old, and the background showed that it wasn't up to date. They ruthlessly dragged him, posting throwbacks to hide your mistake. A fresh audio surfaced, this time clearer than ever, Jim's voice unmistakable. "If she tells, it's end for all of us. Keep her quiet." The fandom froze. Solid. Where in the hotel? As the storm grew oppressive, a last twist threw the internet into collapse. All of us. What secrets were being kept? Was this more than just Chrissy and Jim? Fan theories about co-stars, producers, and even musicians erupted at once. By midnight, the world was witnessing more than just a breakup. They were witnessing the collapse of an empire, and Chrissy was no longer pleading for peace. Some whispered that this was evidence of a circle of secrets larger than one relationship. The cliffhanger came when Chrissy went live once more, looking straight into the camera and speaking in a cool, collected tone. "You think this is just about me and Jim? You have no idea what's coming," she said. The internet erupted when she concluded the live stream without saying anything else. Was she going to reveal the so-called circle? Was she prepared to bring more names into the fray? Most importantly, what did she mean by what's coming? The cliffhanger was unavoidable, and fans weren't merely looking for answers. The world had witnessed breakups, scandals, and betrayals before, but nothing like this. They demanded them, and everyone waited for the next leak, knowing it could destroy everything. Chrissy's icy remarks. "You think this is just about me and Jim. You don't know what's going to happen." Screenshots of a group conversation featuring Jim, two producers, and a familiar cast member show how it lingered over the internet like a storm cloud. Everyone waited for the lightning strike, and when it came, it shattered everything. The burner account delivered the first detonation at noon the following day. Fans startled when they heard the direct, icy, and transactional messages. "We'll have a fight next week. Get her to react on camera. She always breaks. Keep her loyal until the end of the season." Her life was a plot contract, and Jim was brutally dragged by meme pages. The whole love story, the tears, and the screaming battles were staged like theater, while Chrissy's heart was left in ruins. The backlash was immediate, transforming his flimsy statement into a running joke. Twitter was filled by hashtags like #FreeChrissy and #JimThePuppetMaster. But that wasn't the worst part. A 6-minute audio recording appeared hours later, and Jim's voice was unmistakable. "I've been keeping her on the leash for years." TikTok edits spliced Chrissy's sobbing reactions with the audio, making it viral overnight. The savagery of the statements threw viewers into a furious spiral, and reaction channels sobbed on camera. "She ain't going nowhere. She's too scared to start over." Then Chrissy retaliated, breaking her silence on Instagram Live with a steely voice instead of tears. "For years, I played the fool. I trusted the promises, and I thought love was sufficient." Her words struck like a hammer as fans surrounded the comments with blue hearts and cheering emojis, yelling her name in caps. "Chrissy, Chrissy, Chrissy. But love without respect is nothing but illusion. I made my choice, and I'm done living a lie. You think you know everything, but you don't. There's more, and I'm not the only one who's been manipulated." She leaned in close to the camera just as viewers thought she was done, and the internet went crazy. Theories were flying around about who else she was referring to, which cast members, whose celebrities, and whether she was referring to Brooke, Bailey, Kambla, or no ladies at all. Celebrities couldn't remain silent when Jim's betrayal was linked to money, contracts, and possibly even secret weddings in the music industry. Cardi B went live with wary eyes, saying, "If Chrissy says more is coming, then more is coming. Y'all better buckle up." Tamar Braxton tweeted a mysterious tweet. Even Remy Ma left a single comment on Chrissy's post, demonstrating how illusions always break in the light. Respect Jim, on the other hand, openly broke down. Another Instagram Live, this time more irate than before. Vains's phone buzzed in the middle of his tirade, but he was still angry. "You guys actually believe this nonsense? You're turning against me over bogus receipts and some burner accounts. Man, the internet making her a hero when she'd been writing my name for decades." His outburst became a meme in a matter of minutes, and you guys started turning on me after a notification at the top of his screen said that a lawyer separation agreement had been drafted. Fans immediately capped it. The chaos was horrible. Chrissy shared another picture of herself signing paperwork with the caption, "No turning back." Signing paperwork with the caption, "No turning back." Captioned over sobbing clown edits, "She wasn't bluffing." Fans cried as she sat in her bedroom, whispering into the camera. The darkest leak yet appeared on the internet, a video file purportedly from Chrissy's own phone, hacked by someone she once trusted. She wasn't threatening. She was fleeing. No, it was him. "I'll say, if something were to happen to me, be aware that I attempted to escape." The tape went viral more quickly than anyone could have predicted. The internet stopped breathing. Fans erupted in panic. "Protect her. Someone check on Chrissy now." Wildfire, driving the mainstream media to report on it. By nightfall, #DefendChrissy was the most popular trend globally, and his reputation once based on devotion and Harlem pride was in ruins as fans called for VH1 to intervene. Sponsors withdrew, and bloggers announced Jim Jones was done. Chrissy wasn't finished, though, because she went live again at 10 p.m. This time appearing composed, serene, and nearly radiant. "I chose peace. I picked me. And I decided to reveal the truth. This isn't just about Jim and me. It's about all the women who watched helplessly and the men who believed that allegiance equated to power. I'm ready to start over." The screen went black. The fandom exploded. Was this the last chapter or the start of a more sinister one? Who knew? She smirked as she concluded the live stream, holding up a USB drive, the same one that had plagued the community for weeks. "And just so you know, I still have more." Who else was involved in that drive? Would Chrissy reveal names that may ruin entire careers? Jim disappeared from social media entirely, leaving no posts, no lives, and no comments. Rumor had it that he had been dropped by deals and was left to fend for himself in solitude. In the meantime, Chrissy was besieged and humiliated. But she became a symbol as fans dubbed her Queen of Peace. Celebrities supported her, and the internet agreed on one thing. The burner account reappeared one last time, sending a blurred screenshot of an email with the subject line, "The Circle." She had chosen herself, and in doing so, revealed the illusion of a never-real love tale, leaving everyone breathless. Jim wasn't the only one. The caption said, "The final truth will shortly be revealed." The fanbase let out a cry into space. Like pyrotechnics, theories sprang forth. Who else was included in this alleged circle? To what extent did the how-do betrayals go? Most crucially, would Chrissy be the one holding the match when the last truth is revealed? The query had an answer on the internet. Chrissy decided what to do. The narrative was far from over, but Jim Jones was startled. And there it is the papers are signed by Chrissy's hands. Jim's breakdown was captured on camera. The hotel tape, the receipts, the breakdowns, the confessions, and now, the last rumor of something much more significant. The circle that Chrissy selected. Jim was left speechless, and an illusion-based empire has exploded openly. However, you are mistaken if you believe that this is the end, since the truth is still being revealed. Furthermore, they have the potential to destroy careers, reputations, and legacies throughout the industry when the last earnings fall, not just a couple. Therefore, don't simply sit there in disbelief. Press the like button now to ensure that the truth cannot be concealed. Every click pushes this story farther, louder, and higher. Furthermore, you dare not lurk in silence. Post your theories in the comments section. Was Chrissy always plotting her getaway? That burner account belongs to whom? What is the circle? Exactly. I want to see your most audacious forecasts, your most outrageous opinions, and your most honest observations. And pay close attention. Click subscribe and press the notification bell button right away because, believe me, the next leak will occur. You don't want to awaken to find that the internet has already taken off without you. Frame by frame, leak by leak, secret by secret, I'll be here dissecting it all. This is no longer merely rumors. It's survival. This is treachery. And the storm is just getting started. Keep an eye out. Everything might end with the next drop.